You know, most of the exhaustion people feel in life doesn't come from what's happening around them. It comes from what's happening inside, from the constant inner struggle, from fighting yourself, fighting your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, your current reality. And for many people, this inner fight feels completely normal, as if life simply works this way, as if you have to push yourself, control yourself, fix yourself all the time. Otherwise, everything will fall apart. But here's the truth. Inner struggle doesn't make you stronger. It drains you. Look closely. When you argue with yourself inside, when you judge what you're feeling, when you tell yourself, I shouldn't feel this way, I need to be different, there's something wrong with me. What happens? Tension, tightness, a kind of tiredness that doesn't go away even after rest. Because the fight never stops. And the fight isn't with life, it's with yourself. That's the paradox. We think inner struggle helps us change, but in reality, it keeps us stuck. Because all your energy is spent on resistance, not movement. Living without inner struggle doesn't mean becoming passive. It doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean accepting everything and doing nothing. It means stopping the inner attack. It means no longer being your own enemy. Inner struggle begins where there is no acceptance, not approval. Acceptance. Acknowledging what is. Acknowledging that right now you feel what you feel. You are where you are. And this is not a mistake. It's a starting point. As long as you're fighting what is, you can't move forward from it. You're stuck in resistance. Acceptance doesn't make you weak, it makes you whole. When there's inner agreement instead of conflict, energy returns, because you're no longer tearing yourself apart. Living without inner struggle means living from honesty. Not from an image, not from expectations, not from who you think you should be, but from real contact with yourself. You begin to hear yourself again, not through criticism, but through awareness. And then something changes. Decisions become simpler, actions become clearer. Mistakes stop feeling like disasters. You no longer need to constantly prove that you're okay. You simply live. And that frees an enormous amount of energy. Inner struggle always comes from fear. Fear of being yourself. Fear of being wrong. Fear of not being enough. But when you stop running from these fears and simply look at them, they lose their power. Not because they disappear, but because you stop fighting them. And in that place, something new appears. Stillness. Not emptiness, but a quiet inner space where you can finally hear yourself. From this stillness, clarity arises. You begin to understand what truly matters to you and what you've been doing out of habit or pressure. Life becomes simpler, lighter, without the constant need to fix yourself. Living without inner struggle isn't a final destination. It's a choice you make again and again. You won't become perfectly calm, but you'll more often choose not to fight. Not with yourself, not with your feelings, not with life. And every time you make that choice, you regain a little more freedom. If you feel tired of the constant inner pressure, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're ready to live differently, more gently, more honestly, more deeply. If this video resonates with you, watch it again. These things don't land all at once. Subscribe to the channel if you want to live without inner war. Here, we don't fight ourselves. We return to wholeness. And remember, anything is possible.